Canadá.
Sí.
Un saludo especial para la gente hermosa de Canadá.
Muchas gracias.
Desde Cali, Colombia. Allá está haciendo frío, aquí no. A toda la gente beautiful de Canadá. You people, I love you forever. And you're from Colombia. Hey, bye bye.
And the beat is in the air. Colombia, so bring it up tonight. Rhythm is so strong, yeah, and the lights are shining bright. Colombia, come see my love tonight. It's a perfect night for dancing. The ocean breeze is saying, Colombia, I'm a fool and that's the light.
Que la puede llamar, o si no entra aquí a la alcaldía, que quedan en toda la mitad de aquí de esta cuadra, bajando en toda la mitad por esta, si se llega a la esquina por esta acera hacia allá, ahí queda la alcaldía. En el segundo piso está desarrollo, ahí también la encuentra y ella le puede decir, bueno, mire, con tal señor puede ir a hacer, o como su merced quiera solo, como para que le dé la guía, lo que
¿Hay
necesite.
otras cosas para ver?
Ella
aquí?
le muestra ahí todo lo que hay para que su merced pueda visitar. Si quiere suba ahí al segundo piso en desarrollo social, ahí está ella, Gloria se llama, ella muy buena gente.
Bueno.
Entonces ella le muestra ya su merced, dependiendo de dónde quiera ir, pues entonces ya le dice, mire, este señor cobra tanto, ta.
Buenas empanadas, damas y caballeros, ¿cómo estás? Well, I just arrived to the tiny little town of Betulia here in Santander, Colombia, and I just took the bus from Zapatoca, and it took approximately 1 hour and 20 minutes. It was a very windy road up through the mountains, kind of a single lane dirt road, but it wasn't too rough. And the scenery was really beautiful, as per usual in this area. And today, my main goal is to find a waterfall called Salto Blanco. And I'll wander around the town a little bit and see what I can see. I'm not really sure of all the things there are to do in this tiny little town, but I'll have lunch. And yeah, we'll just wing it as per usual. And you'll notice that just before we were entering Betulia, the police came on board and they asked for cedulas, the Colombian ID, and for my passport. That's not uncommon. It's happened many, many times. No big deal. The police were very, very friendly. And in fact, he, as he was leaving, he shook my hand and asked me what I'm doing for the day. And I said, I'm just here looking for the waterfall. So very friendly, usually the police. And so let's start wandering around and see what we can find, okay? Vamos! Well, since the tiny little bus terminal is right by the Plaza Principal, let's start here. So far, it's a very nice little Plaza Principal, nice and green. They have these manicured, or whatever you call them, trees. That's kind of unique. Haven't really seen that before. Temperature right now feels like it's about 23 Celsius. It's very, very pleasant. I was actually expecting it to be a little bit cooler up in the mountains. This is higher elevation than Zapatoca. Seems like a pretty quiet little town, which is not surprising whatsoever. Let's see if these signs here will tell me where the waterfall is. Alto del Señor de los Milagros. Milagros is miracles. Cementerio, okay, it's that way. Because the, Salto Blanco. So that's kind of nice. They have these little signs here. Cascada de Aguas Rojas. I really wanted to see Cascada de Aguas Rojas, but it's actually probably a couple hours worth of driving from here, and I don't think there's any buses, so I don't think I'm going to be able to see that. But it has that red colored algae, kind of like Caño Cristales in Meta. So it looked kind of cool, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get there. And here's the main cathedral. It's kind of unique. Let's go up on the balcony here. Get a little view of the park. As you can see, a lot of brick used in these buildings here. I don't think there's a lot of tourism here, but it's probably one of these little towns that people from Bucaramanga come to visit to get away from the big city. But I'm gonna guess that it's more than likely overall just a normal functioning town with regular shops and things. The woman in the little Cutrans Magdalena terminal did give me a contact number for a guide, or if I want to be shown around. But I think what I'll do is I'll walk around on my own first, see what I can find. Sorry, got you in the sun there. And if I get back from the waterfall, let's see, what time is it now? I left at 8 o'clock, but it was a little bit late leaving, so it's probably about 9:30ish right now. So if I can get back here by noon and have lunch, and there's other things to do, maybe I'll contact the guide for an hour or two or something like that. But we'll play it by ear as usual. I'll just check out everyday life here in Betulia. That's kind of a nice looking three-wheel bike there. Apparently there's no taxis in this town. No moto taxis, no nothing. Your typical transport trucks there. And as I was expecting, just kind of your typical stores. It's got a quad for transporting things around. Yeah, it seems pretty quiet around here. Drugs, your local drug dealer. I guess this is a supermarket, a little supermarket. Be careful here. Oh, got billiard hall here.
Milagros, un Cristo
Sí, claro.
de Dios.
Okay.
Entonces esto también es bonito, ya es turístico, también va la gente.
Okay.
Y
Pero
pues el Salto Blanco, donde queda
Salto Blanco es 2 kilómetros más o menos.
más para abajo. Sí, señor,
Dirección.
hacia allá.
¿Hay marcas?
Pues se va ubicando, va preguntando de pronto.
Ok.
Sí,
Claro. Bueno, gracias.
listo. ¿Y dónde más has estado?
¿Cómo?
¿En qué otras partes has ido?
Yo he estado a Colombia muchas veces.
¿Sí?
Muchas veces. Conozco muchas partes, muchos lugares.
¿Y le ha gustado bastante? ¿Sí?
Me gusta Colombia mucho.
Sí, muy
Quiero
bonito.
vivir
País
aquí.
País muy diverso, hay muchas
Sí, estoy
especies,
buscando por
mucha naturaleza.
propiedad en Colombia, pero no sé. Quizás Guadalupe, la área de San Gil, estoy en San Gil.
En San Gil, muy bonito
Sí,
también.
sí. ¿Y tú conoces muchas partes de Colombia?
Sí, claro, pues me ha tocado laborar en varios municipios, en varios departamentos y sí, he conocido. Gracias a Dios, pues.
¿Y te gusta viviendo aquí en Betulia? Es muy
Sí.
pequeña, pero es muy tranquilo, ¿cierto?
Muy tranquilo, el clima también es muy amañador.
Sí, sí, sí.
Es muy bonito, ¿para qué? Un municipio muy...
Es muy
Muy
seguro
encantador.
aquí, me imagino que.
Sí, señor.
Bueno.
Sí, señor. Sí, es bonito. Salto Blanco es bonito. Hay una parte que es el cementerio indígena
Ajá.
y también es muy bonito.
Bueno,
Listo. Hasta luego.
gracias.
Que le vaya bien.
Hasta
Dios
luego.
te bendiga.
Muchas gracias. As I said, very friendly. That's the same guy. So I think I will try to find Salto Blanco first because that's my main objective. He was telling me about a viewpoint that you can actually see Bucaramanga that way that he's pointing. But he said it's very safe. He likes living here. Climate's really nice. I mean, it's just a pretty much a perfect temperature right now.
82 años, son 82 años.
Buenos días.
82, sí. Sí, no se cargan una maleta de esa. Ya.
Looks really clean here too. I don't see any garbage. No hay basura. Eso es bueno. So I'm here at this corner here, but I don't know which way to go. There's not a single person around to ask. I'm going to guess that it's down there because that looks kind of like a dead end road. Now I'm at this dirt road. Guessing there's a river down there, but again there's not a soul around to ask. Buenos días. ¿Dónde está Salto Blanco? ¿Cuál dirección? Salto Blanco. La cascada.
¿Cómo dice?
Salto Blanco. Es cerca de el cementerio. ¿Cuál dirección? No es familiar.
Ole, venga.
Buenos días.
Hable con él porque
¿Cuál dirección es Salto Blanco?
no entiendo.
¿No entiende?
No entiendo.
Salto Blanco, la cascada.
Ah, Salto
¿Dónde?
Blanco.
Sí.
Ah, eso sí, coge aquí.
Por acá, sí.
Sí.
Y derecha.
Esto, bájale abajo a
Ajá.
la esquina y cruza para allá por una carreterita que va para allá.
Entonces primero a la derecha.
Sí, aquí baja aquí
Ajá.
a la derecha.
Ah, ok.
Y abajo baja una esquina, en lugar de echar para allí,
Ajá.
echa para allá.
Bueno.
Ya llega allá con una ollita, cruza y allá llega coge derecho para allá.
Ajá.
Y allá,
Ok.
allá adelante le dicen donde que no tenga pérdida ninguna.
Bueno, muchas gracias. Muy amable.
Bueno, que le vaya bien.
Hasta luego. Chao.
Aquí no le entendemos.
Well, I'm sure that was interesting for him, and it's interesting for me because it's funny sometimes people just don't understand me, and I'm trying to be, I enunciate as best as I can. Salto Blanco. 99.9% are going to understand what I'm saying, but occasionally I run into people that just blank. They don't know what the heck I'm saying. It doesn't matter how basic the words are. But that was kind of funny. See, I like this, wandering around on the country roads like this. It's peaceful. Love being out in nature like this. Getting more and more out in the Tules here. So tomorrow I think I'm going to head back to San Gil. And I wanted to go to San Vicente de Chucuri. However, the bus leaves at 4 a.m. if you can believe that. Buenos días. La cascada Salto Blanco es por aquí. Gracias. As I was saying, the bus, believe it or not, leaves at 4 a.m. So I'm not getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever to catch a bus to San Vicente. I'll go there another time. Just turn the camera around so you can see typical house. That's nice. Beautiful palm trees down here in Colombia. I've never seen such a wide variety of palm trees than in Colombia. Just love the variety of colors too with the flowers. And of course they're all year round because it doesn't get cold down here, so beautiful. I can definitely hear some water falling down there. So I'm gonna have to ask somebody about where the main trail is that goes down there. Now I'm gonna presume I have to keep walking for the simple reason that from the videos that I watched of it, they're looking back this way from the base area of the waterfall. So here's hoping that I'm right. I haven't walked 2 kilometers yet, so I'm presuming I have to walk a little more anyways. So I just asked the guy in the whatever you call it, steamroller. Oh, here comes a grader. And he said, keep going and then go right, so I'm not too far off. This will be the fork in the road. Okay, yeah, it's all making sense. It says Salto Blanco, 500 meters, and cemetery, so I'm actually really close. This is good. This is good. I don't know if there's going to be an entrance fee if it's on private property to get down to it. It's quite common that that's the case, but normally you only have to pay 5 or 10,000 pesos, which is $2 or $3, no big deal. Well, it doesn't look like you have to pay a fee, but this is private property, and it says they take no responsibility for accidents, and I think prohibido el ingreso de bebidas alcohólicas. You're not supposed to take liquor down there, and respect Mother Earth. So this has a lock on it, so I'm just gonna have to hop the fence, or maybe this opens up here. Either way, I'm gonna get across this fence and no sooner have I left the road, but there's this little kind of shack here, which is a well. Interesting. So I guess they have it shaded so that keeps the water fresh longer. As you can see, so far this is a nice little path. Just gonna presume I'm going the right way. Walking through a little coffee plantation. As you can see, they're all green, so not ready to be picked yet. At least not these ones. Maybe they picked the ripe ones already. Well, this is kind of cool, but this could be a long walk down to the valley. Quite a long walk, but this is really neato. Little bridge. Seems to be in pretty good condition still. Yeah, nice and solid. A lot of bridges are not. Uh-oh. This way or this way, I have no idea. I'm gonna choose straight. Well, the good news about my choice is that I only literally walked 10 extra seconds to get to the spot right here. This could be the waterfall. So obviously I have to go the other way. Of course you're not supposed to cross the wire fence there. Let's go across and see if we can spot a view, but definitely only a little bit of a trickle of water here, so I guess I shouldn't expect too much of the waterfall. But wow, that's a long way down. Long way down. Yeah, that's got to be it, but I better not get my expectations up because that looks totally dry down there. But I'm gonna do it anyways. These hanging vines are pretty cool. So I just passed a spot where you can hear the water falling. So I'm holding out a bit of hope that there's enough water that it makes for a continuous line of cascada water. Yeah, this is going to be a long way down there. Holy smokes. Okay. I think it's starting to make sense now. This is the end of the trail here. So, what you see right there is what you get. Now, I'm sure that I saw other people with photos from further down there. But again, as I mentioned, that's a long way down. So, if this is my only option for photos, it's not going to be an overly great photo, but what the heck, I'm here. Who knows, maybe further down the road there's another way down, but holy moly, like I said, that's a long way down. Actually, I kind of almost forgot. I did bring my drone. This is exactly what drones are for when you can't get down to a spot, so I'm going to should be able to safely take off here. It's a nice little flat spot, and yeah, the drone should work very nicely today, so I can go out that way and go down and get a couple shots with the drone, and we'll see how that works out. I'll show you the photos and the footage if it works out for me. Well, it's a good thing I got here when I did, because this is all I can see now is fog, and about 10 minutes ago there's just a nice combination of fog just starting to roll in, so I got a couple shots with the waterfall kind of just before it got enshrouded completely in the clouds. So I'm hoping within a half an hour it's going to back off, because I don't want to fly my drone in this fog, because I'm not an experienced pilot, for one, and for two, I'm probably not going to get any signals out here, and so I'm going to be flying, blind if I try to fly in this. But I think this is going to back off again, and yeah, hopefully I can get some good drone footage. We'll see. Now this guy here, he is Hercules. People are trying to pass and he's not letting them by. So I just got a really nice transition where the fog was moving away. Beautiful. I'm gonna have to snap some more photos really quickly. So I'm gonna head back to that first cliff that I encountered. And this part through here looks really nice with the foggy light. And I'm gonna wait for 10 more minutes, and after 10 minutes I'll get another clearing of the fog, which would enable me to at least try flying the drone for a moment. I'm gonna head back to town, because I can't spend my whole day waiting for some fog to lift. So this is kind of funny, because just up the trail, which didn't go up that much in elevation, you can see the fog bank right there. It's like a wall, and then all this is completely clear. So I think I will give it a whirl with the drone and just go kind of down right here and see what happens. Well, that was a near disaster. I don't think that drones like to be flown in thick fog, because I was having all kinds of problems controlling it, and then all of a sudden it said landing, landing, meaning it was going to land way down in the valley. So I had to override that, and then trying to bring it back, but I was struggling to get it back. And then it got over that rock bluff, and then it started saying landing again, and I'm trying to override. I couldn't. It landed, and it kind of fortunately landed in a soft spot sideways in the end. It didn't go in any water, but yeah, that was doesn't look like any of my propellers are damaged in any way, but that could have been a lot worse. So I'm done with playing with the drone in the fog. Now the fog has moved in everywhere, so I think it's a good choice. I think that's ripe coffee beans. Now I just spotted something that I haven't seen quite like this before. It looked like a cactus off in the distance, but it does appear to be a cactus. But this looks like more like a tree. Obviously it must be some variety of cactus, but it's the green parts grow right out of what looks like it should be a totally different thing, and it goes way up there, about 25-30 feet. Here comes another good one up here. That's really unique looking. Very interesting. That's a tall one. Back at the Plaza Principal. As far as I can see, there's only one restaurant nearby, so I'll give it a try. Hopefully it's open. Kind of the usual. Got meat, salad, pea. I think there's a yucca, potato, beans and rice with limonada. Right by the Parque Principal, right through there. ¿Cuánto es?
Más o menos $4. 15,000.
15, bueno. ¿Habla un poco de inglés o no?
Estudio inglés.
¿Sí?
Sí.
Ah, bueno.
Para ir a conocer los Estados Unidos.
¿Y este lugar es un hotel también o no?
Sí, señor.
Ah, y solo de curiosidad, ¿cuánto es por una habitación por una persona, por ejemplo?
30.
En inglés.
30 son...
Obviamente necesita estudiar más.
Sí, claro. 35.
Bueno.
5 para 40 y 10 para
30,000 por una habitación.
Sí, señor.
So, 30,000
40,000
pesos.
Pesos.
Más o menos, soy de Canadá. Más o menos $10 canadiense. $10 Canadian.
¿A cómo está el dólar? ¿A 3,000?
¿Cómo?
¿A how many dólar?
10. $10 Canadian. Es bueno, es muy bueno.
¿Es más costoso?
No, es muy barato.
Claro, porque...
Canadá es muy costoso. Es ridículo, es horrible.
Un lunch, how many en Canadá?
Similar a eso, en un restaurante típico normal,
Yeah.
$15 o más. 15 más. Sí, 15 a $20.
Y son
Entonces,
como
más
80 mil
que
pesos colombianos.
50,
80. Eso con 80 uno se compra aquí
60.
60.
Sí, 60.
Claro.
Sí.
Pues,
Sí, muy caro. Well, I have another hour and a half to wander around. Had a good chat with the young fella there. In case it wasn't clear, they have a hotel there, and the rooms cost 30,000 pesos per night for one person for a basic room, and so that's only like $10 Canadian. So that's a really good rate. And what else did we talk about? Let's see here. He just basically told me that Betulia is a nice, tranquil, safe little town, which that's what it seems like. And I'm presuming there's a nice viewpoint up there, but I've already walked enough today. Just gonna walk around the general Plaza Principal area. Nice little gardens. Jardín. I forgot to mention that the lunch was 15,000 pesos. I think they forgot to bring me the soup, because usually it's 15,000 includes soup, but no matter. So that young fellow also said that a lot of tourists come here from, I was expecting just from Bucaramanga, but he said that there's people coming from all over Colombia to visit Betulia, including that little waterfall that I showed you of a painting of from the restaurant. So I don't know why people would come all the way to see that little waterfall, but because there's spectacular waterfalls in other areas of Colombia, but if that's what's working for them, all the power to them. Bit of a different angle on the cathedral. So obviously that was the inside of the cathedral. Trying to keep quiet in there. be respectful. Well, damas y caballeros, I think I will officially wrap things up for this little video of Betulia in the department of Santander, Colombia. Hope you enjoyed it. Even if you enjoyed it just a tiny little bit, please give it a like and subscribe. It'll let me know that you appreciate the effort that I put into doing these vlogs. And so, thanks for watching, and until next time, remember there's no you in Colombia, but hopefully you can come visit this beautiful country someday. Until next time, hasta las tacos. Ciao.